Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm just checking in for my week 7 video, and I've had a really good week this past week. I stayed on plan as I should have, and it seemed like every time I got on the scale it was a little bit smaller. So it was one of those weeks that was just awesome all the way around. So I just got my 3rd order of Medifast, which I'm so excited about. It still is like Christmas every time you get that box, it really is. But I didn't get that many new things to speak of. I got the wild berry smoothie because I'd heard some good things about it here and there, and you know, I kind of just wanted something more like a smoothie to try out. That was kind of what I was in the mood for. I did get the chocolate pudding as well. I heard the vanilla was better, but I love chocolate and I just wanted to give it a shot. But other than that, there's not too many new things that to talk about. But one thing I did want to talk about this video is that I did find this website by this woman who's a mom, and she is doing Medifast right now. And the website is called, or the address for the website is escapefromobesity.net. So escape, spelled the normal way, ESCAPE, from obesity, and from is spelled normally, and obesity is spelled OBESITY, and that's .net. And she has this kind of blog about Medifast where she also has a lot of the guides there that they normally have on the Medifast website, but she also has some really cool tips and recipes for what to do with the Medifast food if you want to try to change it up a little bit. So I've actually already cooked something from it. Sorry, I got a low battery message. I've already made something from it. I made something called soft serve cookies, and you've probably seen this on another website. It's kind of a popular recipe. And so what you do basically is you take the soft serve and you mix it with some baking powder, like half a teaspoon, and then I believe it's 3 tablespoons of water and 2 tablespoons of egg beaters, but I could have that reversed. So you definitely want to look it up before you make it with my directions. But then you just kind of spoon it out onto a parchment paper, you know, little drops, and then you bake it for about 12 minutes. My oven cooks really fast for everything, and it only took about 10, so you definitely want to keep an eye on it. And then you want to freeze it usually. I mean, you can eat them out of the oven, but most people tend to like it better if it's been frozen for a couple of hours first. So I haven't tried them yet, but I'm hoping they're good. I've heard a lot of good things about it. The reason that I did that is because the soft serve is not really something that I love. I did order the mint chocolate chip, or whatever the hell they call it, and then I also got the coffee kind, but something about the texture and the taste is kind of powdery tasting almost. It's just not something that I love, so I did kind of want to find a different way to make it. So another thing that she had on there that I did write down the recipe because I wanted to share it with you guys because it sounds so awesome, and I actually haven't seen it on any other website, and I kind of look these things up pretty often. I'm sure it's out there somewhere else, but it's a really awesome idea. And what it is, it's like basically a candy bar, which, you know, who doesn't love a freaking candy bar? But the candy bar, the way that you make it is you take the pudding and you make it just like it says on the package. So you make it, you know, with your water and, oops, sorry, didn't mean to cover my face up. You make it as the package directions tell you to. But then you take a crunch bar, so those are the bars that come in the little yellow packaging, and it can be any of them, and I'll give you some ideas like she does about what goes good together from, you know, her experience. But then you take whichever bar you're going to use and you put it in the microwave for 15 seconds to soften it up really well. Then you want to kind of mash it up and stir it up really good. Then you want to combine the pudding and that mashed up bar really well, and so that it's mixed through. And then you want to put it into a container, and she says she uses wax paper so that it doesn't stick and make a mess. You can either put it, because this is 2 Medifast meals, so please keep that in mind. You do only want to eat half of it for a meal because it is 2 meals. So you can either put it in 2 containers that are small, or you can put it in a larger container and just cut it in half. So after you do that, you want to put it in the freezer for 2 hours, and then it should be good to go. And it's like, basically, she says it's like the consistency of a Crunch bar, you know, a Nestle Crunch that has kind of the little kernel things in it, or I don't know really what you call those things, but it sounds really good, and I think I'm going to try to make it tomorrow because I have all the things that I need to make it. So some of the combinations of things that she says, you know, of bar pudding combinations that sound really, really yummy are chocolate pudding and the peanut butter bar, which, you know, I love the peanut butter bar, so that totally sounds like something I would love. Or the chocolate pudding and the caramel crunch bar. And she also has on there the banana pudding with the peanut butter crunch bar. And there's also like one for the vanilla pudding if you have vanilla pudding and you kind of want to, you know, if that's what you have and you want to use what you have in your pantry. And she also has one, you know, she has ones for basically all the different bars and puddings, or almost all of them. So if you got, you know, you can pretty much use what you have in your cabinet already, which is nice, depending on what you order from Medifast, of course. But then she has some real simple tips on there, you know, like the caramel crunch bar, adding some salt to the caramel, like maybe putting it in the microwave for 5 seconds and getting it a little melted, the caramel at least, and putting some salt in there just to make it a little more like a salted caramel bar. You know, so she has some really good tips on there, and it's really nice because it's all in one place. You can kind of get some motivation because she's lost over 100 pounds. She has before and after pictures on there. It's amazing. Her weight loss is absolutely amazing. You know, she has the tips for the Medifast meals. She has the starter guides and the different guides that Medifast offers. You know, she just has everything kind of in one place. It's a really good blog if you're always looking for new information about Medifast and tips and things like that. So I thought I would share that with you. So again, that is escapefromobesity.net. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that site because it's pretty cool. So other than that, I mean, I really don't have that much to share. It's been a great week, and, you know, I've been on plan, and I've been doing well, and I just got a new order, so things are going really good right now. I have not, unfortunately, been on YouTube, present on YouTube that much. Haven't read a whole lot of comments or anything from my other video, if there are any. I don't know if there are. So if you haven't heard from me, I'm very sorry, but I am about to look at those today and tomorrow, and I'll reply back. And I appreciate all of your comments. Keep them coming, please, because I really enjoy it, and I love to read them. It's very motivating for me to know that I have to answer to you guys if I gain weight or if I'm not eating right. So it's like the best motivation I could ever ask for is to know that I have to come on here and talk about it. So I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. It's really, really sweet. And it's really nice, and I never thought that anybody would watch these, so I, like, again, appreciate it very much. So other than that, I mean, I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions or any tips or any cool things to do with the Medifast food, always leave a comment if you want. Try to track me down on Facebook if you would like. Again, my email address to do that is asking131@yahoo.com. So just look me up by email. That's probably the easiest thing to do because I have a very common name. There's probably like 10 just in the city alone that I live in. So, alright, I'll see you guys in 1 week. Do good. Love you.